Hi, this is Rob from Rob's Traditional Creations. I'm going in to finish up another part of the deer hide that we were brain tanning. In the previous videos you saw us membrane the hide, and then I showed you how to wring it out. Well, that was 3 days ago. It's been a little busy, but what I did was I put it in a garbage bag and rolled it up. What that helps to do is spread some of the moisture, even it out throughout the hide. As you can see, this hide is brown, but like magic, when you pull it and stretch it out, it starts to whiten out. So what we want to do is to stretch this out and open it up as much as we can. Couple things that I wanted to talk about is it's good to throw this in the freezer at any time in any of the process, from the first step when you flesh and take off the membrane from the flesh side. You can then fold it up with the hair on and stick it in the freezer until you have time to buck it. After you buck it and membrane it, you can then bring it back to neutral like we did with the vinegar, and that was 2 cups of vinegar to 3 gallons of warm water, and that brought the hide back to where it is now. Then you could take it, wrap it up, and put it in the freezer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to brain this, and then we're going to put it away. And I found a little trick that I'll pass on, is that if you take these after you brain them, and instead of wringing them as hard as we did the other day to get all of the moisture out, if you just wring it out lightly and still leave it wet, when you get a good cold spell, like 10 degrees, that's Fahrenheit, and below, for an extended period, 2-3 days, you can take these hides, thaw them out, and then hang them on the line, and they instantly freeze on the line within about 5 minutes. You leave them out there for 2-3 days, and a good wind is even better, and they freeze dry. Then you bring them inside the house and you pull them for about an hour, instead of the traditional way would be to brain it like we're going to do today. And then you would wring it really well. You might rebrain it, wring it, rebrain it. They say brain twice, soften once is an old adage. But I'll brain this once and then soften it. If it doesn't come out as soft as I want, then I'll smoke it and then rebrain it and soften it again. And usually if you keep doing that, you will eventually get it as soft as you want. Again, this is a large hide, so, and this will spread out even farther. We're not really spread out, but this is going to make somebody a really nice shirt when they do make it. It's got a couple little holes, like I said, from the neck, but we're going to get on with the brains. This is a deer brain. I cut this out at the deer shop I went to pick the hides up. Just sawed through the skull and took a spoon and scooped this out. This is going in my wife's favorite blender. Just kidding. I have this one saved for just such adventures. The recipe here is 1 brain from the animal, about a cup of water, and usually they say to mash it with your hands, but I use a blender. It's a little faster. What this does is makes an emulsification. It's going to bind the oils together with a liquid, and then that way it's going to seep into the pores of the animal and keep the membranes from setting themselves back up as you pull and stretch it. Otherwise you just end up with rawhide. So we'll give a good look at this. Just an emulsification. They say it makes your hands really soft, and it does make your hands soft. You can see that's nice and pink. Some people cook theirs. I don't cook them. I just use them as is. This water was warm water. They say as long as you can stand to put your hands in it, warm bath water, the hide will suck up more of the mixture. So then you just start to dip this in, and again I'm just going to stick the whole thing in, and then what I do is I start to work it. You want to make sure you open it up all the way, and that way the brains get sucked right in. I will leave this overnight. They say that's another thing that you can do. If you don't think you work the hide with the brains enough, leaving it in longer will. So I'm going to still work this really well. There are some spots on it on the neck that I'm not really happy with, but you can see as you open that and stretch it, it goes from a brown to a white. Let me find it right here. You'll be able to see it hopefully. But you pull that and then get it in there, and this side turns nice and white like that. That's how you know you got everything in. Now you could, and I have done in the past, just take it right from here and wring it really well, rebrain it, do it 2 or 3 times, and then start right away to soften. And again, the soften process is just to get it out and start to work it. I've got cables that I work on out in the backyard, and pretty much just hard work, a lot of pulling. You work the edges like this so that otherwise you'll really tire out your fingers. You just grab and pull like that. The stuff will act like a sandpaper. But some of the other videos I'm thinking about doing is showing you how to make something out of clay. I made a little clay pot that uses tallow. I use vegetable oil in it and cattail wick. Also, I do make my own beer, so I'm thinking of doing one. I like to be self-reliant, and that's what I'm all about. I like to do everything I can by myself or know how to do it. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and then after tomorrow I will squeeze it out a little bit, roll it up, throw it in the freezer, and the next installment of this one hopefully will be a very chilly day, 10 degrees or below. That'll probably be in late January. So have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and God bless.